I promise you now, folks, the moment that Britain's enemies had an inkling that her armed forces were going woke, they knew they had a massive advantage over us. Because our enemies know that woke is weak, and being weak makes you easier to be defeated. And Britain's armed forces are woke. They really are. I left in 2005 and it was getting really woke. Back then you had to be careful what you said, otherwise your career was as good as dead. Now I am of course talking about the British Armed Forces plan to scrap historical ranks to become gender neutral and inclusive. And let me be clear, if you decide to take a rifle and stand on a wall to protect your own people and allow them to sleep soundly at night, then you have my respect. And remember, a pacifist is only allowed to be so because someone else is prepared to do violence on their behalf. I spent 8 years in the mob, I loved every minute of it, and during my time there I came across some evil people, the IRA, the Taliban, Saddam Hussein's Republican Guard. And I promise you, had these people captured me, they would have done everything and anything in their power to extract information about my army in order to gain victory. And the enemy doesn't care about pronouns, okay? They don't care about your feelings. If they know by misgendering you they make you upset, then they will easily break you because they'll use that constantly to break you mentally. They don't care about your pronouns either, and if they know that using the wrong pronouns when talking to you upsets you, they will use that constantly to break you, get that information, and they will kill you. These people, they don't subject themselves to the Geneva Convention. They don't play fair. And I think that's a major disadvantage over us. Now, the head of the British Army, General Sir Nick Carter, has appointed a woman called Samantha Deforge, and she is the Director of Diversity and Inclusion, and she is on a salary of £110,000. Now, that's more than the commanding officer of any infantry battalion. And they're looking at getting rid of historical ranks such as Kingsman, Rifleman, Guardsman, Craftsman, what else? Bandsman, Crewman, etc. Even Colour Sergeant. Colour Sergeant is going to be gone because these people, they think that rank is offensive to people of colour. Now, of course, anyone in the armed forces knows that the rank Colour Sergeant was created to sergeants who had distinguished themselves in battle and they were allowed to carry the colours on parade, hence the term Colour Sergeant. And to me the whole thing is a weakening of the British Armed Forces. I would rather a big, strong, strapping lad from a council estate who's had a rough life and yet managed to stay away from a life of crime and instead wants to serve his country. I would rather that lad defend me while I'm sleeping soundly at night because I know he would have no qualms whatsoever taking lives in order to do so. And I know if this lad gets captured by the enemy, he won't break easily because he's tough. This lad hasn't reported his senior ranks for misgendering him or using the wrong pronouns. I think the armed forces and the police service, etc., they really need to tighten their nets to ensure they get the right people joining up that aren't a liability. Thank goodness I left when I did because I don't think I would have been able to put up with that nonsense. And there we go, that's my video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Until the next time, have a great evening and Roger Trout.